Good afternoon, guys. Just waiting on some people to come in. So welcome everybody. I just decided to play some jazz today, just to do something different to start our day off right. This is actually something my husband created. He's actually a musician, so if you don't know, now you know. But I'm still waiting on some people to come through here. Just waiting. My crew isn't here yet. So I'm just waiting on you guys. But since we are live, I just want to kind of go into my spiel before we start. So again, welcome back to Heart of the Matter podcast. I'm your host, Sherry J. And on this podcast, Heart of the Matter, we discuss issues that matter most to your heart. So things like social epidemics, we discuss fatherlessness, we discuss the decline of social morality. And that's actually today's topic is going to be talking about the morality and the decline thereof. So if you were here last week, I, kind of just want to say something about last week, and want to kind of just, if anybody took that live the wrong way or if it rubbed you the wrong way, I just want to kind of apologize to my listeners because that was not the intent of the live. It kind of just went left, and I did try my best to remain professional, so that way, this is my platform, this is my baby, something I'm trying to develop and grow. And I definitely don't want someone coming on the show to just kind of that doesn't have the same mindset, that's actually just out for self. And so I have nothing against the person who came on last week, the co-host, at all. But I just now I know I need to just kind of vet people more and just make sure I know like your motive. I need to make sure I know why you're on. And if your vision isn't the same as mine, then yeah, I can't have you on as a co-host. So yeah, it was. And if you saw the video, I tried to remain, keep my composure. I tried not to go off and just, you know, get get back, give back what I was getting. But yeah, so if anybody was offended by last week's live, I really apologize for it. And hopefully you can move forward. Yeah, and bring my listeners back. But if you are on and I see some people saying, hey, hey Ashley, hey Anthony. Thanks, Anthony. You said you did your best. I really did. Like if you were on, I tried my best, like not to just go in, right? It was crazy. Um Ashley, you said you was offended. Girl, but well, again, I'm apologizing if you were actually truly offended, but yeah, that won't happen again because I'll make sure like whoever comes on, I'll let them know like, listen, we not no debate. This is a discussion, a dialogue, and you feel a certain way, you just talk about how you feel. I feel a certain way, I'm going to talk about how I feel, and that's why we come to a common ground. That's how it's done. So yeah, so we're back again for episode 23. I don't even know where my listeners at. Did she run my listeners away? Y'all, because normally we be good. But you know what? This is a topic here where you kind of gotta like kids or like love kids or just really love the community if you want to listen to this type of topic. So most people, of course, if it ain't talking about men and women in those type of issues, most people don't want to be on, don't want to be listening, or you know how that go. But nevertheless, I have a job to do and I'm gonna do it, whether whoever's on. But for you, my lovely people who are on, thanks again for joining y'all. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Y'all rock with me every week. And I really I just love y'all. So if y'all could share it out for me, that would be great. And then I'm just waiting on a few more people to come in, but we're gonna definitely jump right into the topic. So, as you know, the topic is the struggles of raising kids in a declining society. I thought this topic was important to discuss. For one, is because I saw a video, which I'm going to show you guys a video if you hadn't seen it. It's kind of vulgar, but I saw a video on Instagram of kids at a birthday party that went viral because the kids had guns and I don't know if they were play guns. I know Ashley told me they were play guns, but I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but they looked real to me and they had money. It was just like a thug mentality that I think was just so inappropriate. And then I thought to myself, I said, you know what? These kids have to grow up and be a part of the society. They have to grow up and be in school with your kids, my kids, like, so we have to think about that the things that we're doing with our kids, even though we said these are our kids and we're doing them in private, they still have to grow up and it's going to affect our community. It's not just going to affect you, but it's going to affect everybody around them. So I think it's just so inappropriate when we don't think like that and we just think like, okay, whatever, I can do what I want because these are my children. No, they're going to affect somebody else that's not your child. And then also Ramona, her name was Sherry, she sent me a message a while back that I was going to touch on. So I decided to just add all this into one. So here we are discussing this topic. So if y'all see my hair, y'all see my hair. I took my hair down. I got a little ponytail in my hair. So yeah, that's why. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the topic as far as the video. I'm gonna show you guys the video that was presented. It is a little, yeah. So like it's a little vulgar. Like I said, if you're offended by guns, I heard they're play guns, but if you're offended by that, I definitely understand. And yeah, I apologize in advance. So let me go ahead and share this for you. 1 second, guys. I think somebody's trying to get on, but I'm sorry. I think let me see. I think Ellen is okay. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna share that now. Play this video now for you guys. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't want to show much of that. That was just a disgrace to me. And I feel like, like we are promoting gangsters. We're promoting our young men to grow up and, want to shoot somebody, grow up to think it's just about money. And it's just a wrong mentality that we're promoting. So I was very upset when I saw that video. And so the reason why again this topic came up was because of that video. And like I said, I thought to myself, like, you know what, if this is what's going on in society, these same kids, like I said, they're our future. They're growing up to go to school, and if they're going to school with your kids and my kids, what are our children dealing with for real, right? I know for sure peer pressure, right? So again, they're being pressured to actually be like this crowd, to actually join gangs, to actually just be rebellious. It's just really crazy that we don't, a lot of some people didn't see anything wrong with this. And I mean, I don't know, what do you guys think about it before I move on to my next video? What do you guys think about that video? Like, um, to me, it's a disgrace, and I really think that people have lost their minds. Like, I don't understand. Anthony, you said it's insane. It is. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on with people in their mind. Why would they do something like that to these children? It's crazy. Merely, you said those parents need to be they're behind whoop. They need to be the kids need to be taken from them. Like, for real. They don't even need they behind whooped at this point. They need to have the kids taken from them. And then I wanted to show you guys the statement that before I jump into that, because that's going to take us into a whole nother topic. So what do you guys think the struggles are for our raising kids? So, like, I still have a 5-year-old, and I still have other children that are like in grade school and things like that are growing up. What do you guys think? And some people may not even have children at this point, so they're actually still waiting to have children. And these are the kids that are going to be going to school with your children. So you have to kind of think about this. What's the struggles in raising kids in this day and age? I say, like I said, the decline of morality, peer pressure, children being pressured into doing things they don't want to do because now they're exposed to these things in school. Some things children wouldn't be exposed to if they didn't go to school, if we homeschool our kids. But because, again, they're going to school with other kids like maybe this that are raised in households that are okay with you waving guns and these type of parties, now they're exposed to that. So peer pressure is definitely big. And peer pressure is not like it was back in our day, because back in our day we had peer pressure, right? But nowadays these kids got it worse, right? Because we got cameras, we got social media, and most of the children, like, even if they have a fight, we had fights back in the day, right? But if they have a fight, that fight is recorded. So not only are they embarrassed, right, at the fight, or if they lost the fight, or humiliated, but every day that they go to school now they're embarrassed because somebody's talking about it, because the video has become viral. So now you got cyberbullying, you got kids being bullied on the internet, things being shared. It's just a whole nother world out here raising kids and raising, children trying to do the right thing. I'm just going to read some of your comments here. Ashley, you said you can't let kids play with guns because they mistake the fake ones with the real ones and hurt themselves or others. Exactly, precisely. Because, again, how would they know this is fake from real? Those babies are maybe like 2 and 3 or something, maybe even 4 at the most. So, again, this is why babies are killing themselves. They're shooting each other or shooting their siblings because you sitting around here letting them play with guns. Anthony, you said, and they wonder why kids be in jail and killed so early. Exactly. Like, our babies are dying. They're going to jail like 9 and 10 years old. Kids are doing crazy stuff. And this is the reason why. I'm sorry, Anthony, you said, I have no kids, but I help raise a lot of little cousins and my sister, and I wish I would see something like this. Well, again, we need people like you that's still going to help, and with your nieces, they need you. And I mean, shoot, when you have kids, Anthony, I don't know I don't know what you're gonna do, because I don't know. I mean, and I love kids. Like, look, I don't mind like having more kids, but I love kids. So I mean, I think at this point, homeschooling is looking like the best thing. And what I thought about was, like, middle school. Like, a lot of times, like right now, my son's in kindergarten, my youngest, and then my other son's in middle school. Then I have a high schooler and all. So, but I noticed that in elementary, it's cool, right? They're not as bad in elementary. But as soon as they get to like 6th, 7th, 8th grade is when you're getting like phone calls home. Now they're fighting in the class. It's stuff going on. It's like crazy. They're just taking these changes. And I think because of puberty. And I do want to share a video of this guy talking about this issue, how he felt. And I don't know how long he's been out of high school, because he looks a little bit older. But he just talks about how as he got to middle school, it just was a whole nother world, right? It was totally different from him going K-5. So I'm gonna play that video in just a second. Hey Beans, you said my cousin got a recreation center, Great Minds Project, at the Samaritan Center, and they teach the kids gun safety. That's good. That's good because most parents have guns, and most parents, what they fail to do is teach their kids, like, listen, these are guns. Do not play with them. They're not toys. And so that is really good to spread that awareness that, how to take care of guns. Because if you have guns, you have to tell your children that you have guns, and you have to let them know, like, so they're not afraid, or they're not thinking it's a toy, so you do have to make them aware of that. Anthony, you said this world is so wicked. I'm terrified to bring kids into this world. It's crazy, crazy. I know a kid only 13 got shot in the head by, oh my God, by another 14-year-old. Where was this at? Like, oh my, yeah, that's terrifying. Like, this is scary. Where was this at? You said the kid, a 13-year-old got shot in the head. Now, I hope it was an accident that he shot this other baby in the head. Oh my goodness. A party? Why are your kids at a party at 13 and 4? You know what? I can't ask that question. I guess at 14, I would allow my kid. No, I mean, I don't know nowadays because my son who was 17, he doesn't really go to parties like that. But then my other son, he's 13. He hasn't asked to go to a party, but he's the type of kid that may want to go to a party. I don't know. I can only imagine, your kid being killed at a party, a kid's party. Do you have any more details, like the story about that? This is wild. Like, y'all, this is wild. This is why I'm saying, like, this is struggles. Like, these are struggles you got to deal with. Like, they can't just be kids. They can't just go to skating and, have fun. Now you come to skating, the skating rink and got shot up. It's like I dropped my kid off to go skating, and now the skating ring is no longer here. Or, you got to worry about so many different things even in school, like the kids bringing guns to school. Now they got metal detectors and things. Even smoking, doing breezes, because like my kids' school now make them wear clear book bags. And it's so they can see everything in your book bag. Because a lot of the kids were sneaking those breezes, the things that, those things that they smoke and all those things that's not actual like the weed, but it's even worse. It's a battery. And so these are 12, 11, 12, and 13-year-olds that are doing this. Like, we really have to be like terrified of this. Like I said, these are your future. These are your future kids. These are our future. So just imagine what your future is going to look like when you're 70 and they out here just, like if we don't do something fast, we're in trouble. Yeah, it's a vape. You're right. Okay, thank you, Merely. It's a vape. Yeah, so the 13-year-olds, the 11 through the middle schoolers are now vaping. I think that was a bad decision to make that legal. But it's just getting bad, y'all. It's really sad out here. So my next point, so like I said, no, I'm gonna show this video about the peer pressure the guy was talking about as he went from elementary school on to middle school, how hard it is for these kids in school these days. Okay, that's not it. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm gonna play this. It's not that one. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna share this again. Like I said, this guy is just talking about how he transitioned from elementary to middle school, and it just became a whole nother world. One second, guys.
I feel like middle school culture is the biggest cause of anxiety.
Yo, nothing could have prepared me for what I learned in middle school. Like the night and day difference between my elementary school experience and then my middle school experience. You go from like just being an innocent little kid, right? Who just, get good grades, you just do what you're supposed to do, you hang out, you fucking go to your friend's house, you play games, you're like everything's fine. Then you go to middle school, you start to see fights, you start to hear about sex, you start to hear about your friends and your peers doing drugs and drinking. Like it fucking gets real crazy real quick, and there's little to no preparation for it. Keep in mind, you're fucking 12 years old when you enter middle school. All my trauma is from eighth grade. Not all of it. A big chunk of it is from eighth grade. That year, still to this day, is one of the craziest years of my life as far as all the things that I experienced. Because you go from your small elementary school where you know everybody into middle school where it's like all five or six elementary schools in the district all packed into one place. and you're just immediately exposed to all these new kids from all these different backgrounds. And on top of that, everybody's hitting puberty at the same time. Like, I feel like middle school needs to be like attended to much more carefully than say middle school, or say than high school or elementary.
What do you guys think about what he said as far as feeling like it's a different world when you transition from elementary and now you're going to middle school? It's like a whole nother world, because kids are now, like he said, they're having sex now, they're smoking, they're, drinking or partying, they're playing with guns. And, as you as an innocent kid, it's like he said, a whole nother world. Like it's really like we don't we're I think we're underestimating how bad it is in these schools. And it's just not just public schools, these are private, charter, all schools are like becoming the same. All schools are having to deal with putting in place metal detectors, things that are to prevent kids from bringing guns and knives even in middle school. And so we have to understand that, a lot of these kids aren't innocent like they used to be. They're not innocent, you know, and we have to just take it for what it is. And I know it's hard to do that because, I want to see a 13 to 12-year-old as an innocent child, but we can no longer do that. And it's really sad. Anthony, you said the 14-year-old who shot the other kid was bad. He was selling drugs and everything. Don't know much details. Well, that tells you enough right there. Again, and that's what I'm saying. Those kids who we saw in the video were waving guns and, showing money. Most likely they're going to, I don't want them to grow up to be drug dealers, but that's what their parents are setting them up to be. And if you become that, it's going to be easy for you to take someone's life because you're in that lifestyle. And that just could be one of our children. It's not going to be mine because I'm going to plead the blood of Jesus over them everywhere they go. Okay. So I suggest we all do that. But, and also it's the environment. You got to kind of talk to your kids and let them know, like, listen, this is not cool. Because like he said, a lot of times you're just in middle school, your parents haven't really prepared you for it because they're like, okay, they're going to school. You're not thinking about somebody bringing a gun or, even sex at that point. And yeah, they have sex ed, but I don't know. I think sex ed is high school. I don't think they were even discussing that in middle school because, so again, now we have kids younger having sex at a young age, but sex ed doesn't even start to like what, ninth grade, 10th grade or whatever, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you're confused. And your parents, a lot of times, most parents were quiet. They don't tell you about it. Like they just tell you don't do it. They don't tell you why. They don't tell you consequences. They just say don't do it. So now we have this confused, generation of kids. Like, what is going on? It's not the same when we were growing up at all. Merely, you said you agree. Melita, you said my kids agree. Your kids agree that middle school is messed up. Wow. Yeah. So you said they actually heard it. What did they hear, Melita? Um, Ashley said he's right. Oh, they had heard that. Did they hear that TikTok? I don't know which one you're meaning. Merely, you said my son started middle school this year, and I'm already noticing changes in his demeanor and temperament. That's big. Yep, because that's what it does. Because he's around other kids that may not be like him, and so he's trying to find himself. He's going through puberty, and they of course have influence over on him. Like, and it's not like you said like he's a follower or anything, but these certain when you're curious, you're looking like, oh, okay, well, that might be cool or need to do, it's crazy. This is crazy. Okay, you said yes, and you said the dude talking about middle school. Okay, yeah, how middle school is just a whole nother world, and it is. So that's where we need to be preparing our babies for. Now, look at this topic, guys. Another struggle of raising kids in this declining society, right? In school. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna just show y'all the screenshot that Ramona she sent me, and she sent this to me a while back. I'm just now touching on this here. So if you can see this, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to read it. So this says somebody posted this, right? So it said, please pray for these kids. There is a parent who dresses her son like a girl here. I'm so angry because it's confusing the other young children when they send him to the boys' bathroom. Lord Jesus, please cover this child. I can't stand an ignorant parent. Yep. So if y'all seen that, the parents upset because there's a daughter, right? It's a boy, of course, who's dressing like a girl. And by him dressing like a girl, they're allowing the daughter or him to go into the girl's bathroom. Um, have you guys experienced anything like this? I know my son talks about this at his school. They aren't going into the bathroom. I think they have tried to go into the bathroom, but this is still very new for a lot of schools, a lot of school districts. This is very new for a lot of different people. Like, because we're used to boys going into the boys' bathroom, girls going into the girls' bathroom. Now, because we have to accept the transgender movement, right? That now we have to accept boys who are wanting to be girls actually going to the girls' bathroom, but they're still boys. That's dangerous to me. I think that maybe they should just make a bathroom for, the transgenders. Because again, if that's what you want to do, that's your prerogative. That's your choice. That's fine. It's not fine with me. It's not fine with our maker. But like I said, if that's what you want to do, that's on you. But I don't think that should be forced upon everybody. And now, even as parents, like, imagine your child coming home, your daughter, like, mommy or daddy, there's a boy that's in the girl's bathroom. He says he's a girl, but he's in the girl's bathroom. So imagine how she's gonna feel, because she knows that he's still technically a boy, even though he's dressing like a girl. He feels like he feels like he's a girl, and that's his prerogative to feel like he's a girl. However, we know and recognize him as a boy, and because of that, we have to like be careful, because like I understand they don't want to be offended, right? But we also, why can't we not be offended? Why do we have to accept anything? Because okay, well, you have to be fair, but what about them being fair to us? you know that's not respect. Like it's just really, it's crazy, guys. So Ashley, you said make them their own bathroom. Don't have my child around this. I agree. That's what I said. Maybe we can do 3 bathrooms. Men, woman, and then sometimes they used to have bathrooms, shared bathrooms. Like I remember that. Anthony, you said that's crazy. Melody said right. And then Anthony, you said I'll probably never have kids unless it's in God's plans. Negative. I'll lose it. I know. Dang, Anthony. I hate that. I hate that. You don't, not hate that you don't have any, but I'm like, it's like hard. Like, but I mean, if you trust in God, God got you. You can't let that stop you from having children and being fruitful and multiplying, because, that's what God told us to do. But we also know how, when times get hard, even God says in the wintertime for a woman not to have a baby at a certain, well, don't let the her flight take place in wintertime. So certain times, we know it's harder to deliver, and just certain things, climates change, and so we know sometimes are better than other to actually have children. Erica, you said I think they have a non-binary bathroom at the science center. Okay, I don't even know what that means, but does that mean, you don't identify as male or female? So, I mean, I would say that's good, right? I'm not saying I agree with this, right? I don't agree with it because I have to stick to the principles that God has set. I'm a believer, so I have to stick to those principles. But God gives everybody a free will. So I think instead of forcing it on everybody and having people in the same restroom and being uncomfortable, that they should do something to this effect, Anthony, you said I'm divorced, so I'll probably never have any unless it's a wife. So trust, I have 1,000 cousins. I'm good on kids. Oh, Merely, you said those people need their own planet. Oh God. Melita said, "Amen." All right, y'all. Let me show you this. Right. And this video is kind of, it's not shocking because ain't nothing shocking in this world anymore. But this guy is actually talking about this representative about um let me just let y'all watch it. It's about this scenario though. Just 1 second.
Year-old daughter was raped. She was raped in a bathroom by a boy wearing girls' clothes, and the Loudoun County School Board covered it up because it would have interfered with their transgendered policy during Pride Month. And that man, Scott Smith, because he went to a school board and tried to defend his daughter's rights, was condemned internationally. Do you apologize to Scott Smith and his 15-year-old daughter, Judge?
Senator, anyone whose child was raped is the most horrific crime I can imagine, and is certainly entitled and protected by the First Amendment to protest to their school board about that.
But he was cited by the School Board Association
That's fine,
as a
but that's
domestic
not-
terrorist, which we now know that letter and those reports were the basis for your judgment.
No, Senator,
this is
that's wrong.
Judge, this is shameful. This testimony, your directive, your performance is shameful.
Shameful. So you see how far it went with this, where somebody, a 15-year-old girl was raped, in the bathroom because somebody said, "Oh, I want to be a woman today," and so because of that, this happened. So these are the things that you run into when we don't have boundaries, and we just don't protect our children. It's like they need to be protected as well. So I don't know what you guys think about that video. Anthony, you said they shouldn't force it. I agree. Don't force anything on me. Erica, you said yes, that's what it means. They should just have their own separate restroom. That's what I agree on too. So again, we've talked about a couple things here. The struggles of raising kids in this society is, of course, dealing with the kids now have a different peer pressure. It's not the same as back in the day. It's a lot of cyberbullying going on. Kids are committing suicide because they're being bullied. It's so many different things that are going on that make it hard to raise children. Like I said, then you have children who there are even gangs in school. They're joining gangs because they looking for the love that they don't have at home. And I feel like why, and this goes back to our conversation we have all the time, why this wasn't such a big issue back in the day with me growing up. I'm an 80s baby. Because I think back then we had more two-parent households. We had more fathers and mothers in the home where they could, not that they were perfect, but it just helped with more balance in the home. And now because we have a lot more single parenting, single fathers, single women, mothers, it just doesn't create that same balance. And so now the kids are just actually just being able to do whatever they want to do. They're not even listening to the parents at this point. I saw a video where the mom and the daughter was about to fight, and she like, "You want to square up?" And I'm like, huh? It was just really ridiculous. The kids are fighting the mothers, they're the fathers, like, and then not only that is, the kids' parents are willing to come up to the school and square up with the teachers too. So, not only do we not have, we the teachers are running away because they're like, listen, I'm not going to be here to fight with you and your student and your parent. It's just ridiculous that it's getting to this point. It's really becoming a struggle to raise our children the way it should be. And like I said, even skating rinks, the movies and, things are happening crazy places where you would want to take your child just to be a child. They can't be kids any longer. What do I think are some solutions to this this issue here of the struggles of raising kids? I think always you want to keep your kids in prayer. Before you get up, when you get up, they go to school. You always want to be praying over them kids, praying over the school, praying over the teachers, and try to pick a school that aligns with your views, your morals, your values. Even I know even some Christian schools aren't as good as they say they're supposed to be, but try to pick a school that's going to align with your values. And then you need to come to the board meetings. It's been several times where I've written to board meetings, like I didn't agree with something and I went to a board meeting or I wrote something and they worked in my favor. It's plenty of things that that you can do you know, to actually make a difference. Merely, I say you said homeschooling, definitely one of my resolutions. Homeschool, if you're able. I know a lot of people are not able, or mothers aren't able to homeschool because they work. I, for one, I do work as well, and so when the pandemic hit, I was like, I don't know if I could do homeschooling because everybody was at home, and it was like it was a lot. It is a lot, but if I had a choice and I had to say, you know what, I'm gonna homeschool my kids versus, dealing with all this in the world, I'll definitely homeschool my kids, and we'll sacrifice whatever we have to sacrifice. But I thankfully my kids have a pretty good school that they're going to. A lot of these issues aren't they don't really have a lot of those issues. Like the biggest issue is the vaping, so they have to wear the clear book bags. But definitely homeschooling is something that we all should probably be looking into, especially if you're planning on having more children. Homeschooling is definitely something you need to look forward to because most of those children have different personalities. Most of those kids pretty much just they're just totally different. Like everything about them is different. Like and they still have social skills. So don't believe the lie that you can't have social skills if you are not if you don't go to physical school. There's other activities you can participate in. Anybody else want to comment on maybe some solutions to raising kids in this society? And I know if you guys want to call in, I know that Alan said he wanted to call in to say a few things. Anybody want to call in? Here's the number, and then you can actually talk on the show if you'd like to call in. So the lines are open if you'd like to call in and discuss this topic with us. But yeah, anybody else got any solutions to the struggling, to raise your kids in this society? I also think to pick better friends, to monitor the friends that your children have. So, you need to be even sometimes checking their phones. Like, how many do y'all check y'all kids' phones? Like, seriously, do y'all check y'all kids' phones? Because I do. Now, I don't check my older son's phone. Of course, my daughter, but my like my 13-year-old, he actually doesn't have a phone. He's actually about to get his first phone, and it's on the way in the mail. 13 years. I did not get him a phone. And the reason why I didn't get him one, because I noticed once kids get phones, they get really active in social media, and it just doesn't go well after they have a phone. I learned that. So I've been waiting later and later, like, okay, now you're a teenager, I can get you a phone. And, I still go to his phone because I want to see what's happening and what are you guys talking about? Or are you, because you just never know. These kids can be very sneaky and secretive. So you have to really monitor what they're doing. And then when you have parents like that with the guns, showing the guns and the money, I mean, you should already know what your kid's doing then. Like, it's crazy because, you're just setting them up for failure. Merely, you said monitor the family members you have your children around too. Facts. Yes. That's so important because how many kids have been abused by family members that you trusted? A lot of times it's because mom and dad has to work. Now, do we see why it's so important to have two parents in the household? You know what I'm saying? And then that's even the reason why a lot of times the woman usually stays home. It's not because the woman doesn't want to work. She don't want to go 50-50 with you. It's none of that. It's because of the protection of the family. When you have her home, she can take care of the kids. She can watch the babies if there's some that are not in school yet. She can make sure and oversee these things. But if not, then you have to find babysitters, and then you have to find trustworthy babysitters at that. And even if sometimes you think they're trustworthy, we hear all these stories where they're abusing kids, that and they're basically doing things to children that shouldn't be done. What I do want to say too is, like, I don't understand why people do so like horrible things, especially to children, because the Bible is very clear. Like, even Jesus said he rather you jump off with a meal, what is it, a meal sack, or something hanging around your neck into the ocean, meaning kill yourself. He rather you kill yourself than to harm a little one. Now listen, y'all, I didn't think Jesus was a gangster, did you? Okay, let me stop. But honestly, he said he'd rather you kill yourself, because if you jump off in the ocean with something hanging around your neck that's gonna hold you down, you know you're gonna die, right? So meaning he'd rather you do that than touch one of his little ones, touch a baby, touch a kid. So that's how important kids are to God. And people don't understand, you're harming these babies, you're doing stuff to them, you're killing them. And guess what? You know what I'm saying? God said, why didn't you just take yourself out? Then do that to them. You know, it would be better if you just killed yourself than kill these babies. But people don't understand that. You know, it's really sad. Melody, you said yes, that's why my mom quit her job when my brother was born. Okay. Because she wanted to make sure she was at home. She didn't need a babysitter. She wanted to make sure she was able to take care of your brother, which is good. That's good. We need more women doing that, but we can't do that if the men don't feel like the women should stay at home, because you know a lot of our brothers are like, no, you need to work just like me, you know, 50-50. And the whole point of not doing 50-50 and allowing your wife to stay home is so that your children, you can rear up good children, you know, because again, if they're just at home getting themselves ready for school, going to school, they could skip all day. Because I know I skipped a lot of times. We'd be like, oh, we missed the bus. Now we over here skipping somewhere. Now we walking somewhere random. I'm telling you, we was, you know, when you kids, you just be doing crazy stuff because you're curious, you know, and that's what I did. Like, I'm like, oh, I ain't missed the bus today. Well, I guess we'll be staying here. I guess my brother will be at home playing the game. He gonna be playing the video game. And then, you know, leave at like before your parents get home, and then just be walking down the street like, oh yeah, yeah, I was here. I'm coming from school. Got your book bag already. You know, parents never know. Of course, now we can't really do that because you got ring cameras, you got all kinds of stuff. I know I'd be like, what y'all doing? See, I work from home though too, so that's good for me because I still can monitor everything, you know, and look at everything. So yeah, yeah. I'm slicker than them. Okay. I'd be like, y'all cannot outslick me. Okay. I've been there, done that. Hey, Tony Zoa. He said 50-50 is crazy. Hey, but that's the world we live in. Melita said, wow. Now, Melita, I know you was skipping too. Why are you trying to act like it was just me? I know it wasn't just me. Y'all know. Tell me. Y'all can put y'all skipping stories on here. Merely said, Sherry, you telling all our business. I know, but you know how, I mean, it's over now. We can't get in trouble for it. So now I could just tell it all, you know? Hey, I mean, we can't get in trouble no more. But now if one of my kids on here, y'all do this, I'm whooping y'all. No, no, but honestly, they can't do it because I'm on them. You said I skipped in. Oh, you skipped in school. Okay, so you was in the bathroom. That's what they doing too. That's a new thing. They be in the bathroom. Cause I be like, how y'all fighting when y'all gonna get kicked out? You know, they be like, oh, we go in the bathroom and we go 50 or 30 or something like that. So they be fighting in the bathroom, but they know, okay, the fight over. Let's walk away. You know, they doing it like that now. Me, I couldn't do that. I'm gonna be kicked out every time. Cause guess what? I ain't gonna stop. Like, now I will stop now, y'all. But back in the day, I'll be like, if I got in a fight, I'm fighting to the end. Oh God, he said he telling on me, so let me be quiet. But no, yeah, guys, I just came on to say that. Like, it was really devastating for me to see that video, and then the things that are going on in our society now with the kids. And you know, remember, even in the group, if you guys are in my group, where I put the lady who killed the biracial woman who killed her 2 sons. And that's the type of stuff we actually, not to be off topic, but we should have been talking about that last week when we were discussing interracial dating, and is it taboo to date outside your race. We should have been discussing the reason why, you know, different things, like, yeah, okay, it's okay to date outside your race, but look for this, right? Or this is going to be different. Those are the things I wanted to discuss. I didn't want to discuss, you know, I didn't want people to think I was attacking them and discuss all that rah rah rah. I wasn't discussing that. You know, like, these are real issues, like the woman who killed her 2 babies. And I know, yes, Black women kill their kids and do horrible things too, and it's bad. But I honestly, when I saw that, I really believe she killed them kids because they were Black. Because when we watch some of those videos, a lot of the black the woman who was talking about talking to her boyfriend, and she was like, black men think, you're a prize, but really we actually are taking a step down when we date you, because we're not accepted back into the fold. And if they are, they're looked at like you're less than, oh, you chose a side, so they have to deal with that. So imagine this woman, I heard that she had two different kids' fathers, but they were both black. One of them, I think, was still alive, and one of them had just got killed. And then also the neighbor was watching the kids. I think Ashley told me that. So that and I was, so I feel like I was right when I said that she killed the kids because, for one, she probably didn't have the help or support. Once the black father walked away or got killed, the other one wasn't really doing anything. She was probably stressed out. That's no excuse to kill your kids. But I also believe, like, on her the white side, she couldn't probably go back to them, or because if you have a neighbor watching your kids and you actually have support, I just don't think you have the correct support. If your neighbor is watching your kids, but you have a mom, dad, siblings, brothers, you know, so I think something was up there, and maybe she thought, I'm gonna go ahead and kill these kids, and that way I can start all over. I can go ahead and get back into the dating scene, because honestly, I've never seen black and white. And I think Merely said this. I've never seen a white couple or white woman with black kids date a white man again. No, it's probably on TikTok somewhere. I haven't seen it though. I'd have seen where our white brothers, they will date a sister, a black sister, and she has kids. I've seen that before, but I haven't really seen that. If you guys let me know, but I haven't seen it. Oh, okay. I just got your message. Yeah, yeah, guys. But that was deep, and that's the type of stuff we should have been talking about last week, as far as that, because the struggles, the extreme stress you get from, you know, nobody supporting you, nobody has your back, and all because of a skin color. Those are the things we should have been talking about. Merely, you said the lack of support caused her mental health issues. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I think. The lack of support caused her mental health issues. I believe it did. And she probably was like, did I make the right choice having these kids? I'm not condoning her killing those kids. I still think she was wrong. But she took, I think, a way out to say, you know what? I probably can just start over. I'll kill the kids, and I can just start over. I can, and I think that's probably how she was thinking. Yeah, it was probably mental illness as well, but there's no excuse. Flowers in the attic. Flowers in the attic. What's that, Ramona? Flowers in the attic. I don't, yeah. Merely, you said white women are stuck when they go black. Is that why they say once you go black, you never go back? You can't go back, right? So, wow, that's terrible. But yeah, I don't think black women are stuck. I think once you go, you can still come back, because black men, I haven't really seen that either, but I don't think so. They are considered damaged goods by their communities. Yep. Once they go black, and especially when they have children. Now, I think if you don't have kids, then you can kind of still, but once you have them children, you definitely ain't gonna get the top tier of their culture. You may get one, but most of the time they like, nope, you're not even damaged. You damaged. Ramona, you said oh, that's a movie. Okay, so you came in probably on the tail end of our conversation. We were talking about the incident, about the white woman who killed her two biracial kids, and because I'm not understanding. You said flowers in the attic. I didn't know what that's a movie. I never seen it before though. Just to enlighten you. Merely, you said black men are much more accepting of stuff like that than white men are. Right. So that's what y'all accepting of. Y'all accept a woman. You accept the black sister back and say, okay, you went out and had some biracial babies. I'll take care of them. It's like, no, no, but honestly, it was very sad, and I wish it was something that we could have talked about last week. But that, I mean, guys, I thank y'all for coming in, sticking in with sticking it in with me, because this is a topic most of the time most people don't want to discuss, about the struggles of raising kids right now, because it's definitely a struggle. And if you don't have kids on here, I know Anthony said he didn't have any. I wonder if anybody else on here that doesn't have kids. I mean, I would like to know, like, after all the stuff that's going on, are you still considering having children? Like, I don't know, or has the society changed your mind and you're like, no, I'm straight. But like I said, cover your children in the blood. Always pray over them. Teach them how to pray over themselves. Teach them, talk to them, be open with your children. Don't have them where they don't want to open up to you. They don't want to even talk to you because, everything you say, it's like a judgmental thing, or no, you don't do that. Stop doing that. You don't want to be like that with your kids because they have to grow up, and understand these concepts. And when they don't understand, they're in the dark. And so then you allow their peers to teach them something that you don't want them to learn. So if we don't teach our children ourselves, the world is going to teach them. And we may not like the way they teach our children. So that's all I really have. Oh, hey, Josh. Josh, present, preach. Josh, I thought you was calling in. You never called in. I mean, Alan, I thought Alan, is it? Oh, Alan is Josh. Okay. I forgot. You got like 3 different pages on there. Melita, you said white men are more accepting to being stepdads to me. You think so? Like I said, I see a lot of white men I see them with a black woman, and she may have a couple kids. I've seen that several times. I have not seen black men too much with white kids, like with, like a white woman and her kids. I haven't seen that. Not a lot. I see it. I do see it, like in the grocery stores and stuff, but not as much, right? Yeah. Alan, he said, yeah, because they said he smashed they smashing the stepchildren. Oh God, I'm about to run off this live. Did you? Come on now. Listen, Alan, it's already your fault. I don't know if you watched the live last week, but it was your fault that Renee came on in such a fit. Okay, she kept bringing you up. I don't know. Maybe she thought I let you talk so much on the show or be passionate about your topic, and I didn't let her do the same thing. But it was really rough, okay? And she just kept saying, "Well, that Alan guy," and I'm like, what do you mean? You got to watch it if you didn't watch it. Yeah. So that was your mess. No. Yeah, but I don't know. Anybody want to call in and talk about this? If not, I'm about to get off this live. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all and I love talking. But I think I've said all I had to say. Oh God, you said, well, let me regulate. I don't know. You was getting tomatoes thrown at you because they was like, no, take him down. I was like, wow. No, but if you want to call in. And or you want, I don't know, if you want to call in and say your piece, you can. Melita laughing. Melita, if you was on there, remember she kept saying, but when Alan was on there, and I'm like, no, I didn't let Alan. One thing I can say about you, Alan, though, you were passionate, right, about the things you had to say on your episode, but you never was like disrespecting, like over talking me. When I tried to talk or say something, you would like, okay, back, you allow me to talk and, do what I had to do and ask you questions and you'll answer the questions. I think you were definitely passionate and, you look, rah, you was, but I don't think you were like disrespectful in any kind of way. Like she was just like disrespectful, y'all. And that's what she didn't understand. I'm like he wasn't disrespecting me. He understood that, listen, I gotta let her talk. I'm gonna talk too. Just communication is 2 ways. But she just felt like, I guess because you were kind of just really passionate, that she could do the same thing on the show, I guess, and it just went left. Yeah, so no. Don't try it. If you try to come back on, if anybody tries to come on, it's not going to be like that. Okay. I may just kick you off and be like, they're gone for the day. Let's finish the conversation. Like, seriously. Okay. So y'all, the number is 810-689-4807. If you want to call in. If not, I'm leaving. Rita, did you say I thought you was going for 2 hours? Nah, not today. This ain't a topic where you go 2 hours on. You know why? Because it doesn't involve putting women and men against each other. it's actually solving or helping the community. You know, when you talk stuff like that, people don't want to, they don't care about that. They just care about conflict, but not conflict resolution. It's just rah 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 rah. I'll be like, what? But yeah. So we're not going that long today. Again, I don't know if anybody has, I don't know what, Alan, you haven't called in. Did you have anything you wanted me to say, you wanted to say about this incident, that live or that video where they were, you know, at the kids' parties with the guns? If not, I'm gonna be getting off. All right, y'all. For the people that's still on here, don't forget to share this live, and also go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, like, comment, because I'm trying to grow my channel as well. So let me run down next week what we're going to be talking about. So next week's conversation, we're going to be discussing should DNA tests be required for children? So all children that are born, should they be required for all kids, right? Should it be allowed? You know, should it be required? And I know it's going to be a hot topic. I don't have a guest or anything that's coming on about that topic. I know some people may want to come on. But yeah, we're going to be talking about that on next week. And then I don't know if Ray is on here. I'm going to do his topic, which he wanted to talk about children that, you know, the children, baby moms. I hate to say that word, but the children's mom who don't allow men to see their children. Bitter children's mom. I'm gonna put it in a nice way because I don't want to be any type of derogatory statement or any negative connotation to it, right? So I'll put it in a good way, but I'm gonna have him on. I don't know if he's on here, but if he sees this, we're gonna definitely talk about the mothers who are keeping the kids from the fathers, and the fathers are really hurting because they love their children. You know, they love their children, and we may not think that they're important as we are, but they are. So it's definitely something we need to talk about. Hey, beautifully critiqued and Styles. Hey, Tonya. Um, Also, merely you said absolutely they should be mandatory. Okay, yep. Next week we gonna talk about it. You said yep, Dave. You said save everybody time, money, and gas. I know that's right. You ain't got to go down there and take no DNA test. I mean, you ain't got to go down there when child support gets you and say you got to take a test. Just get it over with. Okay, here you go. There's no you ain't got to think about it. So also with that, I can also say if they're mandatory, right? If DNA tests are mandatory, then also should child support be mandatory if you don't take care of your child? Okay. So that's another, that's a little curveball because again, if we're going to say they should be mandatory and, that's protecting the man and the woman, right? I get it, but I know me, I'll get offended if you like, let me get it. I mean, I'll do it, but it's like, come on now, that ain't my character, right? So you should know your woman character, I believe. However, I understand, it happens to men out here. I've seen things happen to men that was weird. So y'all know I'm gonna find a bunch of videos about this happening, right? So women, don't be mad at me, okay? I still love y'all, okay? But we're gonna talk about that. But on the flip side, like I said, if you are the father and you don't stand up, child support should automatically go in effect, right? Okay. All right, Malia, you said laugh out loud, right? Alan, you said, hey, I need your link again. You trying to join again, sir? Why you ain't call in? It must not be working. Hold on. Let me see. How do I? He got something important to say. Alan is one of my favorite co-hosts. Okay, y'all. Let's see. No, he's not my favorite. He's not my favorite. He won. Well, I said one. Tony is too. That's my bro. All right, I just sent you the link. Okay, and then merely you said Tennessee says that if it's a one night stand type deal, the man doesn't have to pay child support. Okay, why you this for next week, bro? Come on now. Don't tell me now. But but that's interesting. If it's a one night stand deal, the man doesn't have to pay child. Oh, wow. So you stuck with the kid and no money to support him. Oh my goodness. We ain't about to talk about this right now. Can you give me those docs, bro? Merely, so next week, can you have that so I ain't got to go searching for it and I can see that in writing because I know it's going to be more details. Melita, you said definitely a good topic. I have some unpopular opinions. Oh, really? I can't wait to hear them. I want to hear your opinions on that, unpopular opinions, because I'm just in the mid. I'm like, I'm not in the middle. I think DNA tests because of society and because it's so many women have tripped men up. I think that DNA tests should be required. Like I'm just straight cut, I mean, I think if y'all was married for years, then but yeah, I don't know. Okay, we got our favorite. Let me add Alan, co-host. What's up, Alan?
Hi, how y'all doing today? Y'all doing good?
Yes.
Okay, let's make this clear too. I am very respectful, very respectful. And I want to say this: this is your show. I am not here to bulldoze the platform. I am not here to make it seem like this is about me. You did this. This is your show. I am a guest on your show. So for people who are trying to imply anything different, get out of here. The queen runs this. I'm just here to say my opinion. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm telling you, I'm glad you said it. See, but you understand communication, you understand respect, and like even if
Mhm.
I did see somebody else come on somebody's show and do that, I wouldn't be like, I'm about to mimic. Oh well, you let them. I would never do that. Like, come on,
Yeah,
don't
and she was triggered, and here's why. Now here's why. This is
Mhm.
not this is not the rag on Renee champagne either. I'm
Okay,
not trying to do that either.
right.
What I'm saying is one thing I didn't do a good job at articulating is why I have the idea that I have on these things. Now, I didn't let the queens know that I was a stepdad for 3 years. So I dealt with a single mother and was thinking about marrying her.
Mm,
Okay. So my disdain for it is not I'm not being mad or thinking that all single mothers are bad. I've just been in the scenario to where I was the man that listened. I pay attention. I took care of the financial things. I was there for her two girls, raising those young black queens to understand what their worth is as women and black women on here. I was doing those things, okay, and it still wasn't enough because and it's not a bitter place. I'm not upset because Michaela's amazing. Okay, I'm not. It's not a bitter place, but a lot of times single moms are not ready for the man that they claim they want and say that they want, and then when they present themselves, they don't even know how to. They don't even know how to receive a man like that. See what I mean? So
mm,
my thing is healing for the majority part of that, and the problem is single moms will hear the truth and then focus on the delivery of the truth. I can't stand that. If the truth is the truth, why are you worried about the delivery of the truth? I ain't calling you out your name now. I ain't saying calling you bees. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm
right.
just saying, if I'm giving you the truth, why do I gotta say it to you in the way that you can receive it in that? You know what I mean? It's like you don't nobody care about the truth when the brother gotta hear. When the brother a bum, he a bum. When the brother don't want to go to work, he don't want to go to work. When the brother a deadbeat, he a deadbeat. But when a mom's a crackhead, we all, oh, she just going through things. Like what? No, she a crackhead. Okay, she a hoe. Like what you mean?
Wow,
Like,
that is
I don't like how it changes and the finish line narrative changes when it's damaged ladies that's going through it. But when men are damaged, it don't matter. Get over it.
well, you know
Nah,
why? Because it's like, man, you are rawr, you strong. You
absolutely.
take it. But women are more like we're soft, and then a lot of times you are a trick. It's like you're attacking me if you're coming to me like it's like, hold on, you want to fight now? So I think you gotta kind of say it to us in a way. But I understand what your point when you saying when it comes to women, it's like, oh, we do make a lot of excuses, like, well, this happened to them, and then we don't even care about the men excuses, what happened.
It doesn't matter. And
No,
that's my thing. That's the red pill. That's the core of the problem. That's the core of the anger that people love talking about the red pill. Now I know people don't care about red pill
what's
men.
okay, red pill. I only know about the red pill table or whatever it was. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Well, red pill, what that means is they call it the bitter men, the average guys that weren't picked, the short guys that were overlooked, the goofy dude that was ugly, but then he got cute once he got some money. Them are the red pill dudes. They're the last resort to good guys before
Oh,
now you want them after the Tyrones and Pookies let you down. Now all of a sudden, Jerome, or all of a sudden, what you would call it, Darius, that went to that learned the lab work, that was a scientist. Now you like Darius now, but a minute ago, Ray and Pookie was over here, had you in a pretzel. Okay, so it's like that. That's the red pill.
That's
So
the red
give you
pill.
that's the red pill. They're the good guys that were finished last.
Right. So that's good. I never knew that. So who is it? Jada who has the red pill show or
Well,
something?
no, that's red table talk. But no,
Oh,
they
red
say that.
table. Oh, okay.
Let me put it this way: the male podcast like that, Fresh and Fit podcast, and the thing. I'm
Live
sorry,
conversations and stuff.
yeah, those are red pill podcasts. They call those red pills.
Oh,
Meaning that, yes, I don't want to make it seem like it's nothing to do with Jada, but they call that, like, they say that's, well, girl, I don't know what the red pill represents.
right.
That's just what I've heard
And
online.
who were hurt? They didn't get picked. They were left.
Yeah, they were left behind. There it is. Yeah, now they got a platform. It's funny, but when we say this about bitter chicks,
Got it.
but see, it's funny if we say this same narrative. See, it's when women need to talk out something, her background shouldn't matter because getting through it is therapeutic. So her talking through it is therapeutic. But when men talk through it, all of a sudden it's still a negative when they say something. Now it's, I've never seen men that want to talk so much. Well, we didn't talk. You cried and said that we need to talk more. Well, I've never seen a man that moan and do so much and ain't masculine. Well, you made masculinity a problem. You called it toxic masculinity. People growing up, you said that masculine men was too masculine. Black men need to learn how to chill out sometimes. Well, they chilling all the way the hell out. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Okay, now you want them to be like, oh no, they went too far. We got to come back. Like, no, it's that's the thing. Like, it's which one is it? Where is the finish line at? You know what I mean? And that's where, on both sides, people keep moving it, and then they get mad when people are talking through their trauma. However, I still have to coddle your trauma, but you don't have to coddle mine. I don't like a world like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we understand men and women are different. You know, like if you have a daughter, you will treat your daughter a little different from your son. You know, so you are gonna baby her. You're gonna be like, "Oh, you okay? Your boo boo." Your boy, you can be like, "Shake it off. You're all right." You know, man. But you know,
absolutely.
So we do have those perspectives. That's gonna is gonna make a big difference. But like I understand where you're coming from. The men are going through things just like the women are going through things, but they never get the chance to express it, or it's like, get over it. Okay, whatever, you're a man.
Yes, every time. Who hurt you? Like, I hate that. Like, and women know we don't like that. That's why you say it. That's why women say it just like that. Who hurt you? Is you hurt? It's like, you're still placating my trauma just because you don't like what I'm saying.
It's just a condescending. Yeah. I know. I totally agree with it. Look, we're gonna be talking about this all night.
You're right. I don't want to get my bad. I wasn't trying to do all that. But yes, please give me the question at hand, and I can give my explanation.
Okay, I'm gonna go through these. Actually, you said yep because you know it. What it was? Oh, okay. That was she was talking about the next week's topic, and Merely said she agreed. So Melita said, "Well, great point." And she did to what you were saying. She said, I care about delivery when I talk to a man or a woman, any adult, to be honest. I do too. So I think your delivery and the way you talk to somebody should be respectful regardless to who it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand sometimes you're passionate. So I can pick that up. If it's just somebody being passionate, I'm not going to, like you, I'm not going to get upset because I can understand, okay, they're just very passionate about what they're saying or whatever other,
Mm-hmm.
Part, like somebody who's just going and just trying to really be like
trying to go viral. You know, a nigga, somebody who's trying to say something and go viral. You know what I mean? Like that energy where it's not healing isn't the focal point. It's the attention.
Yeah, attention to get people to be like, oh, look at this, and just cause some type of controversy. I know the difference. Merely, you said women are children. Stop. You said that to me before. So women are children. When you come to this realization as a man, they become much easier to deal with, even understand.
Emotionally, women can be children sometimes. Yes, absolutely.
So okay, we a little babies, so y'all.
And that's what happened when they got the beautiful cat that they have, the beautiful nectar that they share. They've been able to do that.
Melita says a man's job to set the standard according to God's order. I stand by that. It is. The man. I shared a reel that was so good, and if men watch that reel, And I know, Merely, you said something about it, but honestly, you create the woman that you want. And if you cultivate her and take care of her and grow her the way you know what I'm saying, she's gonna be the woman you want. You may have to baby her a little bit. I'm not
I've seen that. I've been there on a woman, showing her the right way to be, and to be seen, be loved, be not cheated on, be listened to, be understood, compromised. I've done that, and have not. It hasn't been received. I still was reduced to somebody who was just great sexually, not to be vulgar, but that's what she said to me. You know what I mean?
oh,
So, and it was just like, I felt like a piece of meat,
yeah.
outside the community. I don't want to feel like a piece of meat,
Right.
within the community. You know what I mean? So, but she was just like, I just said you great. At that, why you mad? It was just what, you know what I mean? She was very,
Like that's
very
all
unhealed,
that's all I
very
got.
unhealed.
And I'm helping taking care of your kids and
That's what I'm saying.
we
That's
have to
what I'm
talk about
saying.
this because single moms sometimes we don't realize, like, I'm not a single mom, thank God.
Thank goodness.
I'm married, but I have been,
Congratulations, for real.
right?
That's why, and also why I take your. And I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to say, congratulations. That's still a flex. It still mattered. It's still great to be married and be a wife.
It is, it is. And like because the reason why I can speak to a lot of different things because I've been in every area. So I've had, a baby daddy and didn't marry him, but I've also been married before. I'm married now. So I have like
Married twice. Oh yeah, you.
yeah,
Goodness gracious.
because everybody every like I was with my ex-husband for like 8 years. I got married young though too, like 25. So, you
But
know.
do you know what that means though? Like, do you understand? Like, women can't get one ring and you got two of them. That's a real flex. Say that again.
Why would you say that? He say that. He always say that. Like,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Because all my relationships are long. They usually are long term. Like, so
Mm,
so
yep.
that's why I can speak to different areas. I understand. So me being even allowing like somebody to come in, like, after you with your kids, you like, hold on now, you ain't that
Yep.
guy, you're thinking
Thank
like
you.
you're not trying to be like bash. I'm not trying to bash you. I'm not trying to actually be mean or anything, but it like you gotta talk to because again, if you got boys, especially with boys, you gotta talk to them a certain way. You gotta be a certain way with
Absolutely.
them as a man. And I didn't
Absolutely.
understand that. I was like, no, you just
Yeah, yeah, you doing too much. That's what I'm saying. You tried to baby your boy. It's
yeah.
extremely important that now this is what I want. Here, let's stay here, Queen. Here's why.
Okay.
Because this is important right here.
Okay.
How being governed properly. Women need to learn. Make that one of the topics. One of these times. Can Black women be governed?
You mean can they submit?
In whatever way you want to say it. Submit to me just seems like a trigger word. I want
It
to say
it
govern.
actually is.
You
But
know what I mean?
government,
Yeah.
they gonna be confused on government.
I
Okay.
mean, I guess try to find a way to get because that's a topic that really needs to be an entire topic on some
So
stuff. Even when
can Black women? It's gonna have to be submissive. You know why? Because even though it's a trigger word, it's gonna bring you in. Because you're
it
not
is,
you're
it
like,
is, it is. They
and
all come. It's gonna be like 200 people. Like,
right,
what the heck?
right,
We can make that.
right. So can Black women be submissive? Woo, child. And see,
Man,
that's why I can speak. I can speak on that because again, it's not easy, but it
no,
has to be done.
it has to be the exactly. And then, like I said, I've been in a scenario where it's like, okay, I'm trying to teach, and I'm a person who has been through some things, so I can teach. You know what
That's
I mean? So and that's what I thought was part of my responsibility. If I was going to take this on, I should show you that I can lead the household, right? I mean, that's a part of it. I should show you if you have a light bill that needs to get paid, I should be able to pay that without you asking me. If you have a mortgage that needs to be handled, or the kids need stuff, why do you need to ask me to get it? If I see that the girls need that, I was a person that goes and gets that without being asked to.
That's what's
Okay.
that's what's up. That's excellent. Like, but I know sometimes men do that for the wrong women, and just like women do the right thing for the wrong man.
Hmm.
It just
Absolutely.
happens that way. I don't even understand it. I be looking
Hmm.
like, well, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Yep.
"Yeah, why did you? I'm telling you, I'm hearing women leaving good men. Good.
Good man. And here's the thing. And I'm like, okay, well, the sex, because I always go to maybe they're good men, but the sex trash. And females even saying that's not the case. Like, oh no, I mean, sex not bad. Like, what did you live? What did
Right.
you live for
You know
then?
what is the mentality is something better. I can always get something better.
Yep,
And that's
yep.
the mentality that we have, like, oh, well, I could find something better. Like what? And we gotta stop and value what we have instead of thinking we can get something better. Because
Know
even though
your
you may
value.
find something better in the one area, the other area may not be as good. And so
Thank
now it's
you.
like it's a give and take. You gotta just work with what you got and make it the best, and
Thank
that's what
you.
we gotta realize.
Be
Merely
okay with your 80. Be okay with your
right.
80.
But you leave and get a
Stop
20.
worrying about the 20.
Right.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Man.
Billy said cultivating, molding, and guiding requires that the one being molded submit to the one doing the molding. This is where the disconnect comes into play.
Yes.
Okay.
But
That's next
but
week's
also too, the one being molded also needs to be molded by God as well. That should be
exactly.
molding him, and then he can mold the
Exactly.
family.
And I think that's where a lot of men mess up at because they're not molded by anything, but yet they want to do molding. Like,
Yeah,
who you answering
yes,
to? Now you don't
yeah,
have no, you know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? Like nobody's over you, but you just want to run me and direct me everywhere. And it's like, I don't even know who you trust in. So
Yeah, absolutely. That's true.
we
That's
get
the energy. See, that's why spiritually, mentally, physically has to be all three. You have to be connected all three
yeah.
because that type of communication, it needs to happen. Okay. And you need to know, okay, I know what places it's coming from because I see him submit to God. You know what I mean? That I believe that is just
It's
another layer.
so I'm telling you, and man, y'all, it's so easy for us to submit to a man that submits to God. It's so easy. Like
Mhm.
it's because I trust you now. I really trust you because guess what? I know if you submit to God, God gonna check you when you do something wrong. So
Absolutely.
I can trust you now. Let me sit back. But when I know when
Absolutely.
I'm iffy, like I don't know, you really do you even know God?
Man,
It's like
yeah.
I ain't submitting to
Yeah.
that, because you don't have no accountability, especially if you don't listen to nobody else. Oh no, I'm telling you.
Well, let me put it this way: you're operating outside. I ain't gonna make it a religious thing, but you operate out of God's authority. How can you want God's covenant when you're operating out of the authority of it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, as a man, so if you're not praying and fasting and putting yourself
Yeah.
forward, how you
Learning.
just believe it? Yeah, believe in your
You'll learn.
household is going to be,
It's not
what it is.
you don't have
But
direction. You don't even know what
absolutely,
direction to take. And it's not a
absolutely,
religion thing, it's actually a spiritual thing because God created
absolutely,
marriage. So we can't take it away and say it's not spiritual. It is because his
it
it's
is,
his design and his product. We got to do it the way he wants it done if we want it to work. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. And that's why we've been failing at it.
and it hasn't worked.
And it has I'm telling you. Melita said, I've been a good woman to the wrong people too. I will not discount other men. I won't even make them majority. Wow. Yeah. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, we've been a lot of us, we've all done it. You saw girl get on here and be 100, love it. Oh, I'll be look, you know me. You said all this, do it. I definitely want to be okay. She said she want to be on the one can black women be submissive. Okay.
Awesome.
Definitely can have you on. And then Latonya said, oh my God, that's gonna be a great topic. Yeah, okay. Alan gave me that topic.
See, there it is. See, look at that. See, I'm not just a loudmouth guy that's talking about the queens. I'm get both sides of me. I'm a Gemini. You're gonna like me one day and hate me
Oh,
the next day.
shoot.
Just accept that.
Sister, no, I'm playing. Geminis. I do love Geminis.
Now we acquired taste. We're acquired taste.
Yeah, because y'all got two sides. You like, what side you wake up on today? Okay, good. Gemini, go.
And in retrospect, a lot of people say you still doing zodiacs, but in retrospect, all that is just wearing your emotions on your sleeve. If you could call it that, but it just seems like Gemini's we kind of ready to pop off. You know what I
Yeah. I don't really,
mean?
sometimes I play it, yeah, you this, I'm a Leo, but I don't believe in them. I believe
Yeah,
it's
yeah, 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 yeah. It's just people.
up.
Yeah,
So,
it's just people.
Melita saying something, Alan. Okay, Melita, like what you talking about? Okay,
Okay.
and this is who
All right.
Renee was mad at last week, y'all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Y'all see this? Y'all see this?
Yeah,
Sorry, baby. Go ahead. Sorry, Quinn. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
just felt a little indifferent about things. That's all. But nevertheless, y'all, look, this. Oh, did you have anything quickly, Alan? Because we gotta go. Did you
Okay.
have anything to say about that the topic as far as the boys and the guys with the guns, at the birthday party?
Very much so. These are the Ray Rays and Pookies we tell you about. These are the Ray Rays and Pookies we say is a lost cause. These are the Ray Rays and Pookies that we don't even talk to. These are the Ray Rays and Pookies that when we see them, we cross the street. Okay? These are the Ray Rays and Pookies that are the lost causes of the community, very much so.
You know
And
what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, sorry, but but here's the thing. Yes, it's hard to say that, but the fact that you are raising that toxic behavior and that you think that is cute, and you think that you are completely lost as a man to think that that type of stuff is acceptable, and that he's being masculine because he's doing that. He can be masculine doing push-ups. He can be masculine reading a book. He don't have to be masculine doing grown people stuff as a child. Okay, it was immature, but do you expect anything different from a man, Ray, and Pookie? You don't.
You don't. But my question is, where were the moms at? I didn't see any moms there. So,
but you know what? You know what's funny? When the kid was messing up, you notice that the dad got the full accountability for it. Now, no, people hated it,
yeah.
but no. Now, it had to be the mom in there. They'd have said it's because the dad ain't in the home, or why that kid got that gun. You see what I'm saying? say I'm lying there.
Oh yeah, it would have been said like, see, the father's not around. But but where I was wondering, I said, where are the moms? Is the moms doing the recording on here? Like
probably
like all dads, and I'm like, why?
But read on the camera.
Yeah, nowadays the men actually have their children more than the women do.
Thank you.
It's bad. I'm like, and I'm not saying they shouldn't have kids, but we already know the woman is usually like the nurturer, the one,
Thank you.
I'm seeing the men are doing it. And so did they just plan the birthday party? Every time I get to this point, my life kind of
stop. Okay, usually okay. Do your thing. We'll continue next week.
Yeah. So look, it froze up, but yeah, it's your fault, Ellen. But dang,
yeah, you're right.
Let's get into something good. You got me all off topic, but every time it does that. But yeah. So just to quickly say this, so now I got to really realize what's going on with this live. I don't know because I don't know if it's my internet or if it's the actual program. I looked in the program. It wasn't the program from what I saw.
Wow.
But I don't know what it is, y'all. That why it keeps doing this at certain amount of time, like really,
like an hour 20 minutes every time, an hour and 20 minutes plus it does it.
It's there, and it wasn't doing this before.
Okay,
but I'm gonna have to I'm on here frozen, looking crazy. No, but no, I forgot what was saying. Oh no, yeah, but it's make a long story short. Yeah, I didn't see any moms in there. I just saw the dads. So it's like, was the dads having a birthday party for the kids by themselves? Because maybe the moms was too busy at work or something, or
they were too busy talking about their booty hole Brian.
Or because a lot of times the men be out in the street because those be the drug dealers out in the street.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, y'all.
Absolutely.
I'm really going off now, y'all. I gotta go because guess what? My whole screen. I'm
gonna leave. I'm gonna keep you going, so I'm gonna leave. Oh, okay, back. Hey,
God said no. He said to get back on there. Okay, Jesus.
Okay, good. He said, God said.
Look, I'm just playing, but no, for real, I don't know what be going on at that 1 hour and 20 something minutes. My internet be like, you on here too long, so I don't know. I got 2 internet services, so it's tripping. But yeah, no, that's another topic to talk about too. Why these women ain't taking care of their kids?
Absolutely, because we done talked enough about why men ain't doing it. We done talked enough about that.
I know, right? Everybody gonna be like,
been talking for the past 30 years. Okay, and not one time we complained.
Have y'all gotten it? No, I'm playing.
I mean, but no, that's a perfect comeback. That's a perfect comeback. We gotten it. Ray and Pookie had it. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. And look, they're the ones with the kids.
Thank you. Getting all the baddies.
What they know. It's crazy. They don't know nothing. They out here just crazy. How did you think that was okay?
Thank you.
I don't know, y'all. We're gonna have to start our own community and separate. Like,
I would love that. I would love that.
Out of this community.
I wouldn't mind at all. Like, and here's the ladies, y'all really better be about that life. Okay, just like men better be about that life in that community. Okay, we want a good thing. We like non-toxic thing. We want marriage one time. That's what we want as we can.
Okay, marriage one time.
That's what we want. Well, that's what we want.
The husband pass away and your wife, then you get another one.
Oh, but yeah, and that's yes, we know that. It's like, why do we have to actually say that? If the spouse dies, of course the person can get it. Like, why do we have to say that?
Well, you just never know. You just never know what people think. So
but you have to, because people will use that and be like, "Why?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because every excuse is gonna be made.
You're right, and they definitely gonna use that one. What about that? Like, damn, why you just gotta take the discussion down with that?
Like, But
We enjoying life over here. You over here talking about that.
it's been real, y'all. I appreciate everybody that's on. Next week, y'all, like for real, I had to get this one
Yeah.
out. I know Ramona, she had gave me that and she wanted me to talk about it. I knew it wasn't gonna be real popular because most of the time people, when they like, a lot of people like conflict. Like I'm just
Yes,
gonna,
they do. Yes,
and
they do.
it's sad to say it, but most people like conflict. They don't like peace and kumbaya. We're trying to help. People don't like that. Okay,
They don't. You
like I
don't.
ain't
But
coming
yeah,
for it.
they nope. And let me tell you one thing. It's funny. I always tell these people this, and and I'm just gonna use this topic. And this ain't the people who needs to hear this are gonna hear it correctly. Prime example. It's about what's supported. The algorithms that are supported, and a lot of women's stuff
Yeah.
is drama. That's why reality TV does what it does. But prime example. Why doesn't the WNBA do what it does? Why doesn't women's sports do what it needs to do? But Kenya Moore is richer than Aja Wilson, which is a WNBA MVP. Like, okay, all
Yeah.
she do is talk about females, but she can get more money than Aja Wilson can on the WNBA contract. That's women's fault. I just want to tell y'all that. Okay, that the W.
They don't really care for basketball. So
But my thing is, it doesn't matter. For prime example, did
entertaining.
you? But let me put it this way: did you like black people? All black people didn't like baseball, but Jackie Robinson being out there did what?
Yeah.
Made people do that.
Yeah.
Why does the league not make you want to like basketball?
No,
It's the only women ran league. Like, why would you not? Why would you not? Even if you don't like it, get behind it.
Yeah. See me, I guess I don't even watch. I don't really watch any sports unless like
Exactly. But let me guess, you'll watch LeBron. You'll watch the finals, won't you?
no. I
Oh,
really
that's what we'll see. 100 million people will. But see,
my husband loves
oh
LeBron.
yeah. I know that, but I'm giving you. Oh, my bad. You okay? You kind of came in. So go ahead.
I was on that part, but no, but yeah, he like a LeBron fan, and I'd be like, I mean, I don't really, but
I feel you.
okay,
I'm just saying, sports. I don't. Women's rights would take the leaps that they want if they would get behind women's sports. That is the one thing that women. If women got behind that, I mean, the volleyball, the Olympics, the Simone Biles. If you get behind that, you literally would be able to take over. But no, women don't worry about athletics, and athletics is the biggest cash cow outside of music.
never looked at it that way.
I'm
Never.
just saying.
Melita said she's straight on sports. Laugh out loud. And
See?
most women just we're just not designed that way.
Okay.
Oh,
And that's why you're not winning and on top. It's
But
because you have the biggest cash cow right now that y'all won't support because you don't like it. I don't like
I will
hockey.
support, but like I went to a Tigers game and I
Okay.
actually liked it. I was like, this was actually dope. I haven't been to one in so long, but now
Okay.
I guess I like it now and I'm older or something. I don't know what it was, but before I just was like, it's just too long. What the heck?
Yeah,
But I liked it, and I was like, it got me in the remembrance of me. Like we used to play, like me and my brother and them used to play the video
Absolutely.
games, like baseball, and I used to win, and they would get mad at me because. But for real,
Absolutely.
Merely said drama sells. It does, and that's why I
Always.
a drama. I'm not gonna do all that drama just to sell because when you do it the right way, you get it
The fan base.
Yeah.
Yes, you get the fan base you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Your goal. Yeah, your goal isn't to be the number one podcaster in the world. You want your podcast to be your podcast. And whatever numbers come with that, you're okay with.
Exactly. And that's what I'm okay with that because I'm not selling my soul. But no, I'm not gonna just do anything, just be like, oh, I gotta get some, every now and again we may have, something in there that may poke at the bear a little bit.
Course.
Like,
you're still a podcast. You gotta sell it.
Gotta sell it. But
okay.
not on that drama and trying to support the drama. I really want the goal is to build our Black community back up and to bring us closer together so that way we are strong. It's strength in numbers, and if we are all divided, we can't get anywhere.
No, we can't.
itself will not stand. And
Will
this
not
is
stand.
why we're not standing, because everybody's poor, black and black, men, black women, we fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at each other's throats, and it's we need to come to
Everybody want to be right. Don't nobody want to be don't want to move forward, but everybody want to be right.
exactly. As she said, I love sports and sporting events. I love the food and drinks. Yeah, you just love to drink and eat. That's all.
As long as you support it, that doesn't. If you just support it, that's all y'all gotta do. Like I say, women that know the male game, they'll watch male. I was like, why you don't watch females basketball? Just real quick. I know I'm double backing, but it's like, why? Well, because I like the male. I'm like, well, I understand that's great because above the rim play.
Like,
I like there it is. It's like, and then women athletes will tell men they should want to do the same thing. But wait, you told us not to objectify you. Like, so now we supposed to objectify you to get a viewership?
I mean, no, I'm playing. Let me stop.
No, it's just you just gotta do this sometimes. Like this you gotta do. You just gotta do that.
And listen, y'all. Okay, we've been on here an hour and 30 minutes. That's our time limit. I might have to
go. Bye-bye. See you later.
Host. All right, I'm about to get off here, but we'll talk soon. All right. Thanks y'all so much for being here, for hanging in here with us. We appreciate y'all every week. We love y'all. And listen, Alan may be my new co-host. Okay, he may not know it yet, but he's good. I like what he brings to the table, how he talks, and that we can understand each other. That it's not just a rah, we not back and forth and just not even trying to get understanding. But I don't know. I am thinking about getting a co-host spot to just kind of help us bounce ideas and just take some more off of me. But I know sometimes people are working and how things work. But I love this, I like talking, and just I really like trying to heal the community with the words that we speak and say, and the dialogue that we have, because people walk away and they feel better. And sometimes you just need to get something off your chest. Sometimes you need to just talk about it and you'll feel better. So that's what we do here. But again, guys, keep your children in prayer, keep your families in prayer. Always put God first, and don't lean to your own understanding, but pray about it first, and he'll direct your pathway. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys next week at 7. All right. Love you. Bye-bye. Don't forget to share. Bye.